All right, good morning, God damn it. Piss and Vinegar day one. What's up? What do you want?
I just want you to pick my app.
208 or 9, fuck it, whatever. Shoulders, just shoulders really. Shoulders, maybe some forearms, I don't know. I got to go to a movie premiere in about 2.5 hours down in Sydney. My uncle just made a movie, so I thought I had to go. Well, I had to go, not thought, I just had to. Hopefully it goes well. Yeah, it'd be good for his career. What was it? Oh, yeah, so short workout, but that's the thing. High intensity training, you can do short workouts. I don't have much time. Normally, if I was doing volume, I'd have to skip today, but today I can get something in, so I'm just doing shoulders. Simple as. It'd be even quicker if I could use both arms simultaneously, but you know, it is what it is when you're injured. And I've decided that I'm going to go back to the 5-day split anyway. I was doing a 4-day split where I do push-pull legs or push legs, pull whatever the fuck, and then accessory day as a 4th day. And then I was not really planning on taking that many breaks and then just training really frequently. But no, I think I want to play it relatively conservative and safe and get as much recovery as I can. And I just like the 5-day split. I like doing chest and triceps, back biceps, delts on their own, just a delt day, sort of like a sort of a deload day in between, because delts isn't that hard and you already get plenty of indirect stimulus from presses and pulls for your delts. And then legs and accessories. So yeah, basically 2 days off a week and 5 days on. Well, I used to do arm wrestling day too. I used to do like the 6th day where I do arm wrestling day. Maybe I'll mix arm wrestling day in with my accessory day or something, I don't know. Because yeah, the idea, like in most high intensity circles, it's 3 to 4 times a week. Dorian Yates' split was 4 times a week, but Dorian didn't worry so much about accessories as much because genetic freak on steroids. You don't need to do a 4-arm day, especially when you don't care about arm wrestling, and you don't have to do neck and traps and carve and abs as like hard as I do with shitty genetics, especially in regards to those areas. So that's kind of the plan, is start training 4 to 5 times a week again, maybe have 1 or 2 days off a week. And that way my workouts are shorter, which I'll get into in a second. Do a rest pause. Fuck. Yeah, and also doing the push-pull legs accessories. My workout's much longer, especially because I'm doing unilateral movements until the arm is healed. So my workouts are taking damn near 30, 45 minutes. I don't like that much. In fact, my leg day is the shortest day now because I can still train my legs bilaterally, but my upper body days are like fucking long as shit. And that's part of why I switched to high intensity, is to get around the fact that volume, you're doing an hour, 2 hours in the gym. I hate that shit. So in order to make my workouts shorter again, until I can at least start doing both arms at the same time to save time, I want to split up the body parts just even more. Still longer workouts because of the bilateral aspect, the unilateral problem, but anyway, shorter workouts. And the problem is if you stack too many body parts together, you know, on push day, shoulders then get diminished returns because you've already racked up a bunch of fatigue from the, you know, chest, and the triceps are getting more or less stimulus, because there's an extra component in the delt. So I like to split it up so that I can get a maximum amount of stimuli on the muscle as possible. If you do full body high intensity, for example, it's really hard to really give your accessories or anything, any of the exercises that are like 6-7 exercises in, they're going to suffer as far as stimulus go, because your stimulus to fatigue ratio drops the more stimulus your body goes under, or fatigue, or both really. All right, let's do the left shoulder. Significantly less weight. The right arm was quite a lot less weight too, because if I go too heavy when I'm only doing 1 arm time, I start kind of falling over. Like if I used 40 kilo dumbbell on this side, I just don't have the stability. And so it was only 27 kilos for higher reps until I can go back to both arms at the same time. I just can't do very heavy presses, which is fine. It's just a bit annoying. Based how everything's going, I think my left side should be back to square with this right side maybe 2 months from now. I'll be doing the same weight on both sides, or maybe 95% of the way there. Gotta do a rest pause. Wow. Good news is this, I think 2 weeks ago, I was doing like 2.5 kilos for my chest pressing exercises and overhead pressing. And I was mostly feeling it in my triceps, whereas now I'm feeling a little bit more in the delt and the shoulders, in the chest. The chest press, I still mostly feel my tricep, but this one, if you have a really hard time feeling your front delt on a pressing variation, don't press out here. You're gonna feel more pectorals, your triceps have better leverage. Just come in here and try not to press overhead. Try to press slightly in front of yourself a little bit, and then you're simultaneously doing a press and a front delt raise at the same time. So all the resistance goes onto the front delt. It might not be best for the maximum motor neuron recruitment, in the sense that like you can't use a maximum amount of weight, but you will feel more stimulus in the front delt if you do it out in front of yourself like this and kind of lean out. And especially if you have a machine that allows you to press like this rather than here, you're going to feel more front deltoid here, because the front delt's primary function is abduction of the humerus in this way. Well, not adduction, it would be, oh man, I'm mind blanking. What's the joint function? Anyway, point being is that the main function of the front delts is this movement here, having the humerus move, I guess, sagittally. I don't know, it's been a while since I've gone through exercise science jargon, but basically, hip front delt does this. So if you combine this with this by just going out a little bit more front delt versus up here, it starts getting mitten onto the pecs. Anyway, that's just like a little tidbit, and that's helping with this exercise because I'm mostly feeling tricep otherwise. Oh shit, that's fucking tough. If you have access to a cable machine where they start like close to each other, both cables, I would highly suggest giving these side delt raises a go. I can't explain it. Like I can't explain the biomechanics of it, but when you lay down with a cable like this, it just relaxes everything, and the resistance curve is just so fucking good. Like, you just really feel it, man. Like, I can just feel it. What it is it gets a little bit less difficult at the bottom, and thus you can fail a little harder within this range here, like this top range, versus with dumbbells, if you're failing, you're like, oh fuck, I can't even move it. Whereas this one, you're like, you can get to here and keep struggling and keep struggling. Like, it's I don't know, the resistance curve is just a little different. And then something about laying down and having everything relaxed other than the delts. And yeah, and also externally rotating the shoulders. Normally with side delts, you think about pronating in order to get the front delt and side delt activated more than the rear delt. But this one, I find if you actually externally rotate, you just, and the top contraction here, like just that whole thing is just sublime. So I'd highly suggest getting one if you don't, if you have one of these machines available where the cables are very close together, because if the cables are out that way, like a crossover machine, you'll be like this and resisting from here to here. It much better if you go all the way down here, so the resistance is coming from this angle. I don't know, hopefully this is all making sense, but either way, try laying side lateral raise as they go. All my clients said this is like, when you first start training, it can be very difficult to hit the side delt. And a lot of my clients, they are new, so they're like, oh man, I can't feel my front side delts with dumbbells. And it can take months before you can really start hammering that in before you stop just activating the traps, because the traps is oftentimes taken over on side laterals. But when I give them this exercise, they're like, fuck dude, I felt my side laterals. I didn't even know this muscle existed, so give it a go. Obviously, I'm only doing it with one arm. And if you don't have the option to do it this close together, you could just lay down and do a single one like I'm doing right now. It's just a little less time consuming to do it bilaterally. See how I'm fighting here rather than getting stuck at the bottom? It's like you can fight when there's more tension on the side delt. So it's a better resistance curve to fail within, rather than being like, oh, I can't move. I can keep fighting and inching and inching and inching, and you get more motor neuron recruitment that way. It's also really easy to drop set. Oh shit. Fuck. All right, let's see if my left can do this today. Alright, I feel like I'm contracting my bicep a little too much for my sanity. I just don't want to be too, I'm gonna call it there, just because actually throughout the day I'm doing a lot of like daily exercise on my left side. Like when I'm training my clients, I'm just like I'll start with some triceps with bands just while we're talking in between sets. I'll do hammer out some triceps. Then when I'm talking in between sets, I'll do some biceps, and then I go into side lateral raises, overhead presses, chest flies, bit of static rowing. So like I'm already training the side every day anyway. I don't need to do a high intensity session necessarily on side laterals now that I've already trained it earlier today. So yeah, from now on, I think I might just focus on my right side with high intensity stuff until this is fully healed up. Maybe I'll do some rows, because I can do rows to a decent degree of intensity by strapping resistance around my elbow so that my bicep doesn't accidentally contract. But everything else, realistically, I'm doing it every day, and I'm doing not that much stimulus, but it doesn't need that much stimulus to adapt because it's so atrophied anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna call it there. Quick day today. I don't want to get too sweaty and stuff before I go to the premiere anyway. Peace out, bye.